Okay, welcome to Jacqueline. Thank you so much for meeting with me for the ABCs of Leadership. Today we're talking R, sorry, that's sign language for R. And you are choosing the responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
the word responsibility. So I would like to know just a little bit of background, first of all, about who you are, where you're from. You said you're living in Maryland now, but you've
Yes,
shared within our Global Game Changers group some really incredible experiences from living in war zones.
yes.
Yeah,
I
and
be
now
yeah.
and so today we're talking about taking responsibility. So I'm really
Yeah.
excited. Go ahead and introduce yourself and the topic
First,
today.
yes, I'm Jacqueline Tabrizi. I live in the United States since I've been living in the United States since 2012. Before that, I was born and lived most of my life in my country, Lebanon, in the Middle East. I most of my childhood was in shelters under bombs. So whatever is happening now, I my heart goes there because I totally relate. I understand the fear and the things that people have no power over because somebody else is choosing to go to war and make everyone suffer. So I believe this is my story about the war. I don't want to go there so much, but then I got married when I was too young. I was 16. By the age of 21, I was homeless, penniless, only with the three toddlers, amazing three boys. I'm
Wow.
blessed to have them. Yeah. So my life started from there. So I was in the at that moment the only responsible to raise these three toddlers, being their moms, penniless, homeless, educationless. All these started from there, and it was 1997. 1987.
Oh,
19,
okay. Okay, so
yes.
six,
Yes.
uh,
So
20,
yeah, 1987.
36 years ago.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
So my oldest son was 5 years old, uh, and my twins were 2 years and a half.
Wow.
So yeah, so long short story, I lived all my life in ups and downs. First marriage was a big breakdown, like I said, with the three kids to take care, to be responsible of on my own.
Yeah.
Then after taking to school, go myself to school, studying, working, my family, of course, my mom and dad, my family supported me, giving me a place in their home. So I went back to my mom and dad's house, and all what I get to do is bring food to the table, being responsible for my kids, for myself. Although I have the shelter, but I have the other responsibilities to take care of. And I was at that moment 21 years old. I was broke and broken. Didn't know how, where to go, what to do, and but all of a sudden, this the minute I decided to take this responsibility and be in it, everything started to show itself. Of course, there was always what works, what didn't work. So what works is my commitment, my self being responsible and being totally committed to raise these three awesome men. And then, and I was resilient no matter what is happening. I didn't live in the moment. This is what didn't wasn't working for me. Now I could see it. I wasn't living the moment. I was always living in the vision in the future. So this is good and bad at the same time. There is always prices to pay, right?
Okay.
So my vision was to be safe with my kids, to raise them properly, to make myself stand up and live a better life. I was always seeing prosperity and abundance. I was always having my forgiveness in my heart. That would support me a lot, not to look back and not to blame, not to be a victim. Sometimes I passed through these breakdowns times and victimy mode, but I didn't let that mode to take over me, because I was committed to my responsibility. Then after 7 or 8 years, I met my second husband. I was working in a company as a receptionist, and my second husband was the CEO of the company. So we loved each other. We decided to get married and have another marriage, and I got another two beautiful daughters.
Wow.
5, 6 years later, that marriage started to, let's say, when my ex-husband, decided to have his own business, his own work, things didn't work well. We went into another bankruptcy with my second husband.
Mm.
So I was here looking at myself and seeing what is not working in me to attract the same thing every time, right? So my second husband was so good man. He is calm, nice, and a good provider at the beginning for his family. He is quiet, kind, all these good ways of being he had. And when the things turned down, he couldn't step as a leader to lead the situation. So one more time, I got to lead. So I stepped up. I went out to work, to bring food to the table, to take care of my, not three, my five, and my ex-husband and his mom. So again, I get to be responsible. First, I was seeing it as a sort of level of responsibility that something happened, I get to take it and move with it. I get to have this responsibility and take care. As you know, Trina, and I know, responsibility, it's not only this way. Responsibility is when I see where I am responsible for my past, where I am responsible for my present, and where I am responsible for my future. So when I was on my own and reflecting on everything, at the beginning, I was so afraid that I am maybe not a good soul. I was always meant to my life to be scrambled. I don't deserve to live a safety standard life that I was living at that moment, because every time I go to the top, then all of a sudden I am under zero, under many zeros. So I started thinking about something wrong with me first. There is something wrong with me. There is, and sometimes even my family, my siblings, my parents used to make it like a joke. If you want someone to have a breakdowns and bankrupt, let him meet Jacqueline. So that was so tough for me, although I was laughing with them, but it was like, is that true?
Yeah.
You know, is that true? So 12 years, another 12 years living in the same house, running to feed my kids, my family, working hard. I was at the same time studying all the time. all the time. I had never ever stopped studying. Even I graduated later with my son at the same stage together. So I was all the time running to how to become better myself,
What
how to understand who I am.
can I just ask a clarifying
Yeah.
question there? Like, what kinds of things, when you say you kept studying that whole time, what kinds of things were you studying to, like you said, to make yourself better?
Yeah, I was always studying things that like self-improvement books. But before that, I was always feeling that I am unworthy,
Yeah.
right? So I get to upgrade myself to be like academically graduated, to be in the business, in the work, to just upgrade my situation, get evaluated better. So I was into always discovery, how to become better every day,
Okay.
myself better every day. So, and then first book I read about self leadership or personal development was like me, like a magic, because in the area where we live, and it is something still not uncovered, right? Not discovered from
In
people.
in Lebanon at the time. You
Lebanon,
were still in
yes, at that
Lebanon.
time,
Yeah.
yeah, yes. So when I heard someone talking about a book on the radio, she was totally new there. I called my kids, who were my twins, were studying at that moment in the United States, and asked them for that book. And they sent it to me. I started from there.
So
So
you heard about a book on a radio station in Lebanon.
correct,
And then you
yes.
were able to, so this would have been a number of years ago when you were able to get it sent over.
Absolutely. I ordered it on from my sons to send it to me, and it was 2001, I believe. Yeah,
Okay,
2000.
22 years ago. Awesome.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So started from there, book after book. Even I was working later in a university. So the librarian there uh, knows what kind of books I love to read. So every time I'm there, she comes and asks me, "What did you understand out of it? What's there?" And they love, even up until today, they appreciate the way I used to solve their problems, the way I used to be in communication with them. How do I use always to leave them better than I met them? I'm not saying that to brag, but this is the truth. When you get really, really into discovery and being always wanting to know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And I was responsible for that because no one could teach me this. No one could say to me, because in my home, this is something they cannot think about. And even when I was being it and reading and doing it, they were like, she wants to say stuff, as if this is something that I was like the black sheep in anything. I am a Christian. I was born Christian, right? I didn't accept that I am only Christian to go to the church. I want to understand why, what is in Christianity that I would like to, right? So I started to read the Bible. And because I was reading the Bible, as if this is something bad I was doing, although this is the Christianity, right? So I was always the black sheep against everything, but with kindness. uh, I truly believe I didn't have conflicts with others, because I don't know if it was a, a weakness at that moment. I didn't want to show up, or it was, this is me being kind and mature, or my wisdom most of the time was ahead. Even when I was too young, I was always, my perspective of things was always on the good part, not on the negative, on the thing that there is always solution. I was always looking and believing that there is solution. So yeah, this is responsibility for me, being responsible for whatever good or bad happened in my life.
Yeah.
For not to blame others about my life, because I totally believe my first husband, the father of my 3 boys, still suffering up until today with his own self. So I was there to support him, but when I heard God saying to me, you have 3 boys, you get to support these 3 boys. If you stay there, your boys gonna be a picture of him. And so although I am young, I am too young, I have no money, I had nothing. I chose at that moment the responsibility of the safety, mental safety, emotional safety, and financial safety of my 3 boys.
Yeah.
Because they matter, they matter a lot to me. And my two girls are amazing too. I thank God for them. I'm so blessed to have them all in my life. I'm so happy that even with my ex-husband, I stand for him. I am responsible even for what's happened. At the beginning, I was seeing myself victim because it was his own decision to make his business and destroy everything. So I was like from a place of I am victim of his decisions. But now I could see that I was responsible too, because in a period of time, I wasn't wanted, even if I want to interfere in his decisions, I wasn't full in. There was something within me that I don't want to know. It's okay. He can solve it, right? So
Yeah.
my responsibility that I wasn't full in
So not
to
taking responsibility in that moment for what your husband was creating. You just kind of separated yourself from it and like, oh,
at a
thing,
certain
I'll do
period of time,
mine. I'm
yeah,
gonna pretend not to see. Okay.
yeah. No, it's not about that. I tried, right? But when he said to me, no, don't worry, I can hold, I can, but I know along the way, I knew his personality, I knew his heart. I didn't use my voice enough. I didn't stand enough. I wanted to believe that he gonna be safe and we all gonna be safe. He could take care of what he's doing. So if anything happened, I am not responsible. I am saving myself from the responsibility, right? So that's why I know where I am responsible. In the past, I didn't see it this way. I see it myself victim of what happened to my life 2 times.
Yeah.
So being responsible, I am responsible for everything happening in the past, now, and in the future. In the future, which means I get to be proactive to what might happen in the future. Good or bad, it's my choice.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Yeah, because it's like, it's such a thing. Sometimes people who want to stay stuck in victim want to fight us on this point. What? No, I'm not responsible. But it's like, if you're responsible, you get to change it. If you say, I'm responsible, now you've just grabbed back your power to say, oh, I'm responsible, therefore I don't have to stay, right? I just love that because I see that so often, of like when like just anytime I want to say, like, I'll be talking about some situation and people are like, oh, well, don't blame yourself. I'm like, it's not blame. It's just like, I own it. I created my life. So if I don't like it, I can change it. And I really like, I'm so excited to like offer that gift to the world of like, guys, when you take responsibility, it's not a blame, it's not a fault, it's an opportunity.
Correct.
Now you
Yes.
just grab back your power of wherever you gave it away. You grab your power back. Now, okay, I don't like this. I'm going to change it. I love this. I'm going to keep doing it. Whatever it is, we get to be responsible. And when we're responsible, we can create whatever we want.
Absolutely. Yes, you're true. Sometimes with my clients, I give them like, I don't know why it comes into my mind that when we are responsible, we are the players of the game. When we are not, we are the ball that everyone can shoot, and you don't know where are you going,
Yeah.
which direction.
Mhm.
When you are responsible, you are the player. You know where
Yeah.
to put your ball. You know where to shoot. You know everything. You can see it. If you try to shoot it once and it didn't get it entered in the goal, the second time you change the direction of your foot,
Yeah.
and you know, oh wow, I can shoot it now. So this
Are you
is what
talking football? You're talking like football, like
football.
soccer. Okay, good, good, good. I get it. Okay, 'cause
Soccer
for some
for
reason
you.
I
I
thought it was
don't
a
know.
ball, but I'm hearing it's a ball. I got it.
Yeah.
Love
I
it.
soccer,
Love it.
soccer, But for us, in Lebanon, we say football because we
Yeah,
work with foot.
so
So
good.
yeah. So either you choose to be the ball, or you choose to be the player. So it's up to you.
Yeah, I
When
love
I
that.
choose to be the player, I
Oh,
get to be
yes.
responsible.
Okay, I see it. I see what you were saying. Okay, so you in the game, you can be the ball or you can be the player. I get it. Yes,
Ah,
the scripture
yes,
that comes to my mind is that we get to choose to be, we are an agent to act and not be acted upon, right? So it's that whole thing. Like we're the player, we're not the ball.
yes.
The one getting kicked around. We
Because
create.
because
We're the
because
children
if
of God who create all the time.
absolutely we are on his image, and at the same time, Trina, look at how uh, if I am the player, if I am the one responsible, like I said, I have my power. I matter. I am responsible for any result I get. The ball is not responsible at anything because everyone can shoot whatever only they can act upon it, right? She is victim
Yeah.
of the players.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, we're winding up. We've got a meeting to get to right away here, our
Okay.
captain's meeting for our Global Game Changers. So you said you have clients. So what services do you offer and how can people reach you?
I am a transformation prosperity coach.
Yes.
So yeah, so I serve women how to transform, be successful, set their goals, reach their goals, and be leaders.
Wow. I love you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. And how do people find you?
Uh, my website, Jackie@JacquelineTabrizi.com.
Okay, well, that sounds complicated. We'll post that
Yeah,
where we post this, and people will be able
yeah,
to find you. Thank you so much
yeah.
for sharing your heart, your faith, your love, and your willingness to take responsibility to teach us so that we can each be the player in our own game of life. And we get to write the story, right? We get to set
Yes,
the plays. Thank you so much for that. And it's always, as a Christian, it's always in community and in connection with Christ, right?
absolutely,
He
absolutely,
he's our coach, and we
absolutely.
get to play, and we're all gonna
He's
win.
in the
So
heart. He is in the heart.
he's in
He
the
is in the heart. Just give him the heart and let him do whatever he wants.
Amen. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'm
God
so
bless you.
excited to be
Thank
on
you.
your team, and yeah, let's change the game here. So take care. God bless
Thank
you.
you, Tina, for this opportunity, and thank you so much for PhD9 for
So
being
much
together.
love. So much love. God bless.
Bye.
Bye.